Today, we are going to learn how to play line 55 B-flat elevator on the trombone. So as always, I'm going to walk you through what's in the music before we start playing. Both lines have the bass clef at the very beginning, followed by our key signature, which has two flats in it. The first one is a B flat on the second line, tells you all B's are flat, whether it's this one or this one. And then the second flat is on the third space. It is an E flat, and it tells you all E's are flat. This key signature tells us we are in the key of B flat. Then we are in 4/4 time. That is our time signature. The top number tells us the number of beats per measure. The bottom number is the value of the whole note if we had one. So if we had a whole note, it would get 4 beats. Half of a whole is a half, and half of 4 is 2. So the half note at the end gets 2 beats. Then half of a half is a quarter, half of 2 is 1. So every quarter note gets 1 beat. So B flat elevator, it's like going up and down on an elevator, but with notes. So we are going to start with our B flat, and that is in first position. Then we go up to a C in sixth position, back to the B flat. Always come back down to the ground floor. Then we go up to D in fourth position, back to B flat in first, up to E flat in third, down to B flat in first, stay in first, go up to the F, back to B flat, then go up to G in fourth, back to B flat, up to A in second, down to B flat. Now we're on the second line, and then stay in first position for that octave jump to B flat, back down, and then we start our descent with our intervals. So from the low B flat up to A in second, back to B flat, up to G in fourth, back to B flat, stay in first for that F, back to B flat, E flat in third, back down to B flat in first, D in fourth, back to B flat, then out to sixth position C, and finally we end on B flat. So if you think about intervals, and each note represents a floor, you've got B flat on the first floor, C is on the second floor. That's an interval of a second. Then B flat up to D, we skip that second floor. Now we've got an interval of a third. That's the third floor. Then we come back to B flat, skip up to the E flat. That's the fourth floor. That's an interval of a fourth. Then B flat up to F is a fifth. B flat to G is a sixth. B flat to A is a seventh. And then finally B flat to B flat is an octave. So whenever we go from one note to the next note of the same name in music, it's an octave, whether it's an octave up or an octave down. Then we make our descent. B flat to A, that's a seventh. B flat to G is a sixth. B flat to F is a fifth. B flat to E flat is a fourth. B flat to D is a third. And then B flat to C is a second. So I have a metronome ready to go at 76 beats per minute. It gives us a little time to get from one note to the next, and there is no rest in here, so we just got to go through it. And if you are ready to play along with me, great. If not, just listen, then come back and try again. But here we go. 1, 2, ready. Alright, so I'm going to actually start that over again. It's okay, we all make mistakes, but I'm going to go back to the beginning and give it another shot. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. All And that was line 55, B flat elevator on the trombone. This is the last line in the first book by Matthew Provino. And then we've got our slide position chart with all of our notes that we have learned in this book. So I hope this series has been helpful, and I'll see you for book 2.